Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Evelyn. Today we're talking all things vision board and I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful thing that's hanging on the wall back there. But before we jump into the video, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification down below so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And yes, I know, you've already seen so many videos like this on YouTube and I know it's not new. But I just wanted to show you my personal experience and my personal tutorial on how I made this. So what is a vision board? A vision board should ideally be a physical representation or a visual representation of all of your dreams and goals that you want to be achieving or that you want to be attracting and manifesting. So they say that whatever you focus on grows, right? So that meaning if you have a positive outlook on life, if you have positive thoughts, that's basically what you're going to be achieving back. If you have a negative mindset and negative thoughts, that's also what you're going to be receiving back. So the whole concept of a vision board actually comes from the law of attraction, or it comes from that idea of that whatever we put out is what we're going to get back. Hence what we focus on grows. If you want to know more about this concept and how it works, I'd really recommend two books to you, and one of them is The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, which is actually the first book that I ever read that really dug deep into this subject. And the second one is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, which I'm sure that you've heard all about already, because it's such a popular book, and Eckhart Tolle is just such an amazing writer and he really has so much insight into life and mindfulness. So yeah, those are the two books that I recommend you reading if you want to get into this. But more about that later. Let's just get right into how I made it. Step one is to outline your goals, or to be clear on what your goals even are. If you could have your dream life, what would it look like? And that's what you should be putting on the board. Number two is to find your images. So a very old school way of doing this would be to look in magazines and then just like cut the pictures out. But obviously I think like most of us are gonna use online pictures, so Pinterest is a great place to look, and Google, and you know, you can also take screenshots of whatever you like, whatever really brings you closest to thinking about your goal. That's the kind of picture that you want to have. And remember, the picture can be like a career that you want to obtain, maybe a place that you'd like to travel whenever we can go traveling again, or such as like a person that you really idolize, a person that you aspire to become more like. As long as it is a picture that inspires you and that makes you feel happy and motivated. That's all it should do, basically. Number three is to print the pictures out. This is pretty self-explanatory, right? Just find your images and print them out or cut them out. Number four is to pick a board that you like. So for me, I usually tend to go for this canvas board that is 50 by 50 centimeters big, and I find that that size is perfect for me because I can fit all the pictures I want, and it's not too big where it like overwhelms my whole room and that's like taking up the whole space. But obviously you can use like a picture board as well. I've seen people use like cork boards where you can just stick the pictures on. That works as well. Now number five is the most fun part in my opinion, which is gluing the pictures onto the board, or you know, however you do it, like if you pin the pictures or whatever. But I think this is really fun because this is where you can really play around with your pictures and images, that's the same thing. Pictures and quotes. I like to do this, that I place all of my pictures and quotes however I like them to be, and then I take a picture of it from above so that I can remember where I wanted them to be placed, because obviously if you have a lot of pictures that are different sizes, it's going to be quite hard for you to fit everything in. So also remember to just use the images that you like the most or that you love the most. And placement of the images also could matter potentially, because obviously if you have a bigger picture, you're going to look more at the bigger picture. So have the bigger pictures be the most important things. And also remember that if you place something in the middle, that's where the eye is gonna go straight at. So, you know, have like the most important things in the middle and to be big, which is what I have done on my board as well. Number six is placing the board. So the only way that this vision board is going to work is if you look at it frequently. Do really place it in an area of your room or your house or your apartment where you know you're going to be looking at it a lot. I like to put mine close to my bed because that's where I'm going to be going to sleep, that's where I'm going to be waking up. And they say that when you are half asleep is when you are able to actually tap into your subconscious mind. So yeah, that's a tip for you if you really want to be manifesting quick and efficiently. Right now I have my board by my vanity, like next to my mirror, and it's because it's a place that I know that I will glance at every so often, like when I do my makeup or when I look at myself in the mirror. So I know that 100% I'm going to be looking at that. Now let's talk about manifestation techniques. The word manifest literally means to make visible, indicate, make plain, or disclose, and it is often a word that we use when we want something to uncover or reveal itself in our lives, right? And I believe that in conjunction with the vision board, our goals written down somewhere, like I said in the beginning, and we need to implement positive affirmations. Now, what are positive affirmations? Positive affirmations are basically positive statements about yourself that is meant to help you overcome challenging thoughts or self-sabotaging habits. So a positive affirmation could be such as, I am powerful, I can do anything I set my mind to. Or it could be, I am rich, money flows to me freely. The idea of these affirmations is that it's supposed to reprogram your mind into believing these statements about yourself. Because I feel like every so often we talk down to ourselves. We tell ourselves that we're ugly, that we're not worthy, that we're incompetent, and the thing about the brain is that it doesn't know if it's someone else telling you that or if it's you yourself telling you that. So basically you're being your own bully by just like making self-deprecating jokes about yourself, talking down to yourself, and just basically like never talking anything good about yourself. So these positive affirmations are meant for you to really uplift yourself in a healthy way. And even if you don't believe in these affirmations, like you will believe it once you start saying it often enough. It's the same thing with, like if someone calls you fat or if someone calls you incompetent, like it might be things that you don't believe at first when someone says it, but the more you hear them, the more your mind is going to believe that that is true about yourself. And that's basically the same with these affirmations. So the affirmation should always be in present tense. It should always be I have or I am. So for example, if you feel really weak, if you feel like you don't have control over your life, you should say I am powerful and not I want to be powerful, because that's in the future, that isn't now. So it has to be now, because you have to basically send out to the universe that you already have this. Because if you're saying something like I want to be rich or I want to be loved, you're telling the universe basically that you don't have this, that you are in lack of this, and that is not the way to attract abundance into your life. To attract abundance, you need to be abundant. So for example, if you want to feel more confident, if you have low self-esteem, one really good one could be I am great and I hold myself in high regard. Or it could be the one from Eleanor Roosevelt, which I'm sure that you guys have all heard. It's no one can make me feel inferior without my consent. If you're struggling with self-love, if you're struggling to like see the good parts of yourself, or to like struggling in relationships, one good one could be I am worthy of a loving relationship and kind friends. And you should really focus in on the words loving and kind, because that's what you want to attract, right? There's also a really good quote here that I like, which is when you focus on the good gets better. Okay, so those were all of my tips for attracting and manifesting your goals and dreams into your life, and how to make a vision board. Okay, so this is my vision board up and close. I just wanted to show you what mine looks like for the year. Obviously it doesn't need to be a specific timeline for your vision board to work or whatever, like it's just in the near future, which could be like in a year, it could be 2 years, it could be next month. You never know, like the universe is going to do whatever it wants to do, and whatever may come or may not come, just see it as a sign from the universe, Like if, for example, see rejection as redirection. That's a really good thing to have on your vision board. Yeah, but so as you can see, some of my pictures are bigger. For example, this one, I really want to move into my first apartment or my first own home this year. So I put that there with the beautiful, beautiful mirror and the beautiful bohemian decor. I put align your actions to your goals, because I believe that that is a really good quote to keep in mind whenever you're striving, or whenever you wake up in the morning, really, to just know what you're working for and why you're working for that. And then I also have like women with beautiful long hair, because obviously I'm growing out my hair. I put like beautiful nurturing foods here that I want to be eating more of, obviously. I really hope that you like this type of video. I really want to be making more of these videos and more tips on how to manifest and attract, because these are some of the tips that I use personally that have worked for me, and I really hope that they work for you too. And I shall pray to the universe that whatever you put on your board, whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to attract is going to come to you at this very moment. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you later. Bye!